Let's have a quick recap what we have discussed in the yesterday's session. In yesterday's session, we have discussed about how we can create our Azure account. And then we have discussed about, I've shown you about marketplaces. We have shown you about subscription where we can see subscription and marketplaces. And then we have discussed about how we can create our virtual machine. And in this one, we have discussed about how we can create a Windows virtual machine. Anyone have any question, whatever we have done in the yesterday session? I want to ask any question regarding the training, guys, please raise your hand. So then after that, we'll continue with our today's topic where we are going to learn about how we can create a Linux virtual machines. So anyone have any question, guys, please raise your hand. Regarding this training, any question or regarding whatever we have done in previous session, for that one, anyone have any question? Any question anyone have, guys? Please raise your hand. Okay, look like no one has any question. So we'll continue with our today's topic where we are going to learn about how we can create a Linux virtual machine. Guys, in previous session, when we have created a virtual machine, that time for Windows 1, I have given a password. And this is the password which I have given when I want to connect to my Windows virtual machine. So like same way, I'm going to create a Linux also, but whenever we are creating Linux machine, guys, there we are getting two options to generate password. One we are getting with SSH key. Other option we are getting is the password option. So in this one, I'm going to show you both the ways. So first I'm going to show you with SSH key option. So let me log in with my Azure account. I've already logged in with my Azure account. And here, if you see, we are able to see the virtual machine because I've already used this machine. That is why I'm able to see, or you guys can search also here. Here also are getting it, virtual machine. Now here, if you see here, guys, I don't have any virtual machine because in the after the yesterday's session, what we have done, we have deleted that machine. And we have discussed it in previous session also about resource group. And even if you come to resource group, I'm not able to see any resource group. Where we are not able to see because after our session, we have deleted our resource group also. So directly you can create your virtual machine. That time you can create a resource group, or you can come to resource group and you can create your resource group here also. So in this one, I'm going to show you how we can create a resource group here. So here I'm able to see resource group, or you guys can search about resource group. Here I'm getting it. And then click on create. Now when I click on create, we need to give the name. And this is the name I'll give to my resource group. And here we are able to see the region. In which region we want to create this resource group. Whatever in region you want to create this source group, we can select that particular region. And what is resource group? We have discussed in previous session also. Resource group is like a folder. We are creating it in Azure server. Under that server, whatever the machines we want to create, whatever the resources we want to create, we are creating under this folder. So let's take in this one, I can even take Sweden one, or India or Canada, US, any region, guys, you want to select, you can select any of the region as per your client requirement. Let's say I'll take here. Okay, I'll just even go for the East US. Our resource group is like a folder. We are creating it. Like I have created one folder here. This folder I have created in my machine, which is for the folder name batch A4. Now, under this machine, right now, what is I have a notepad file. I can put any type of file in this. It can be PDF, it can be MS Word, it can be Excel file, or it can be PPT, any type of file. So resource group is like this folder. And under this folder, I can create multiple resources. Resources like I can create database, I can create virtual machine, I can create VNet, anything whichever is my requirement that I want to create any service, I can create it. Resource group is like a folder. Under that folder, we are creating all our machines. Like I want these machines under one project. So for resource group, I'll create with my project name. And then whenever I want to create that machines, anything for that particular project, I just select that project for my resource group. So it's like a complete folder to us. So I can just select here, or I can click on review and create. Like this also I can create. I'll just create review and create and click on. So I have created this resource group in which region? In East US region. Now I have a question, guys. In previous session also we have discussed. Here also I'm asking you the question. The question is it possible my resource group is in East US and the virtual machine which I want to create, it can be in Central India, or let's say in West India? Is it possible, guys? Send me your answers in the chat box with yes or no. We have discussed the same thing in yesterday's session also. Okay, those people, a lot of people has given an answer as yes. Those have given as yes. It is correct. Now I'll repeat my question. My question is, I have created a resource group in East US and I want my virtual machine to be in West India region. Is it possible I can do that? And the correct answer is yes, guys. It is possible. We have discussed it. I'll open the PPT again. The PPT which we have seen in the yesterday's session. I'll show you that also. Here is it. Here is that. Here we have discussed about resource. See here. This is what we have discussed. So guys, those people has given us no, you are incorrect. So make sure you're correct your answer. Correct answer is yes, it is possible. Your resource group can be in another region and your resources can be another region. It is possible, guys. Now I'm going to virtual machine. Rahul, without resource group, we are not able to create anything. We need that particular folder. It is mandatory. To create any resource, you need a resource group. Under that resource group, you are going to create your resources. What are resources? Our virtual machine, our VNet, our databases, each and everything, whichever we are going to create, those are coming under resource. We are not able to create any resource without resource group. The first option, when you want to create any resource, you need to select resource group. So here, click on create Azure virtual machine. Now see here, what is the first thing I need to select? Subscription by default it is checking because I have only one. The first thing it is asking me to select a resource group. And here I am able to see. If you still want to create a new one, I can create a new one. So I'm selecting it. So when I select A4 batch, if you see here by default, it has taken a region of East US because in my East US region, I have created resource group. So it is checking it. But if I want to change it to South US, it is possible, guys. I can change that also. If you want to get in same one, it does totally depend on your requirement. Now here I need to give the name of my VM. So the name I'm giving it VM-Linux. Now, which one I want to select? Earlier we have selected the Windows one in previous session. Now in this one, I'm selecting Ubuntu. This is Linux one. We have some more Linux one also. If you want to select that one for your practice, you guys can select that also. I'm selecting Ubuntu 20th version, which I'm selecting. Next, here we need to select the size of our VM. By default, if you remember, by default, it is taking BS1 because in my previous session, I have selected BS1. Why I'm selecting BS1? Because BS1, we have discussed it in the previous session. It is coming under free quota. BS1 is coming under free quota. And if I'm taking it, 1 GB of RAM and 1 GB of one CPU, I'm getting it. And 4 GB of hard disk, which I am getting it. Additional temporary storage, which I'm getting it from Azure. Now, the password options, guys, which I've told you, we have two options of password here. One is with SSH key, other one is with password. So here I'm getting two options. For Windows one, we have only one option, password. There is no multiple option for Windows one, but for Linux one, we are getting two options. So I'm first selecting which option? SSH key. Now, here I want to give the username. By default, it is giving a username as Azure user. So if you want to give any other user, guys, you can give your name or any other name as per your client requirement. You can give that name also. Next, generate new key. We don't have any existing key, so I'm not able to select any existing. So if we have, we can take that. But I want to create a new one. So select new generate key and then give the name of your key also. Let me give the name. Let me note down my username also. This is my username. And let me give user A4 key. This is the name I have given to my. Now scroll down. Now here we need to select the port. Which port we need to enable when we want to create a Linux machine. Guys, if you remember it, we have discussed in previous session. For Windows one, RDP port is required, and for Linux one, SSH port needs to be enabled. So for Windows one, when we have created by default, system is taking it RDP, but now I am creating a Linux one, so it is taking a SSH key automatically. SSH port is enabled by default. So if you want to enable HTTP, we can enable that also, but that we'll discuss later when we'll come to our topic called web servers. Now click on next. So here I can select the database size, which I'm able to, here I can see that database sizes, which we are getting. By default, it is giving as 30 GB. If maximum we can take as 64 GB, which is coming under free one. But by default, it is giving 30. So even 30 is also sufficient for us. For Windows one, guys, how much space they are giving to us? Anyone know? Remember, guys, we have discussed it previous session. 127 GB, guys, they are providing. 127 GB, not 128. 127 GB they are providing whenever we are creating a Windows machine. For Linux one, they are providing by default as 30 GB. Now I have a question. Parul, your question is Ankit GPR is only required, not. Yes, Parul. For Windows one, we don't have any option of key pair. For Linux one, we have a option of key pair also, and for password option also we have. For Windows one, we have just only one option, which is called password. Here, I'm able to see the disk which we are having it. Or if you want to add additional one, we can add that also. Regarding this, we'll discuss later. Here we have a networking where we are able to see our virtual network, our subnet, public IP, network security groups. Those things we are able to see here. Regarding this and load balancer, which we have it. We'll discuss later about this. Management we'll discuss later. Advanced tab we'll discuss later. Here we have tags. This is also we'll discuss later. And then next step, which we have it called review and create. So here I can review whatever the details which I have selected. We can review our details and it is showing us as validation path because here system is verifying our details also. Scroll down here, I can verify. If you want to go back and we can change our details if you want to. I don't want to change anything. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to click on create. Now, when I click on create, it is giving me one pop-up message. So here I want to delete the key, the SSH key. What is this SSH key? This is my password, guys. So if I want to connect to my Linux virtual machine, this key will help me to connect to my Linux machine. Without this key, we are not able to connect. So I'm just click on download private key and resources. Now it is downloaded. And what is the extension of this file, guys? PEM. PEM file get downloaded. Let me note down this. After that, we need to wait for a few more seconds. Then our server get created. Yes, Sashu, you can unmute. You have raised your hand.
Good evening, Ankit.
Good evening.
I have a question.
Yes.
So while creating the virtual machine, in the first screen, I saw security group. We leave it as a standard.
Yes.
Yeah, can you?
We'll discuss regarding those things which I'm leaving. We'll discuss later. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. So because right now, if I'm explaining each and everything, it's difficult for you to understand. Here I'm getting it.
Yeah. This I am talking about. Okay. We can
just
cover.
Don't worry about that. We don't worry about these ones. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Ankit.
Standard we have it, and we have a trusted launch virtual machines. Majorly, we'll go for always the standard one because we want to use the standard security. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Thank you.
Even that is actually not a part of the training, but no issue. We'll discuss later. Now I have created my virtual machine, guys. If you see here, my virtual machine is created. Now, if I click on my virtual machine, here I'm able to see my virtual machine get created, and even we are getting the notification also, it get created. Even I can just click on resources. Here we are able to see. Now, after creation of my Linux machine, what is the next thing we need to do? We have downloaded the private key, which we have done. Now I need to connect to this Linux machine. To connect to this Linux machine, guys, we need to download some tools. These are free tools which we are going to download. One tool I am getting as Putty. Other one I'm going to download as Putty Gen. Now, so here I have given the website. From there you guys can download. It is completely free of cost. Let me open it and show you. Scroll down. Now here we are getting Putty. So as per your system requirement, whatever your system is there, you can download. If you just click on that, it will get download in your system. It is not necessary to install it. So here it get download Putty. The other we need to download as Putty Gen. Scroll down here. Here I'm getting Putty Gen. So these are the tools which are required to connect our Linux machine. Now here also, this is also I'm going to download as per my system. These are the two tools which are required. I have downloaded. Now I'm pasting in my phone. Now, after downloading of this tools, guys, whenever we have download our key, what option we are getting here? We are getting the PEM file. But guys, if I want to connect to my Linux machine, I am not able to connect with the help of this PEM file. I need to generate one file called PPK file. And how we can generate this PPK file? This PPK file we can generate with the help of tool called Putty Gen. So let me show you how we can generate this one. So for this one, open Puttigen. Guys, see this very careful because those people are completely new. Those people are doing mistake while generating this key. And if you do any mistake in this one, you are not able to connect your machine. So after opening of this tool, you need to click on load. We have a button called load. Click on load. So I'm just click on load. And after clicking on load, select the key. Go to A4 batch. All files. Here I am able to see PEM file. The PEM file which will require, we have selected that PEM file and click on open. Click on OK. And after this, don't click anywhere. Just click on a button called Save Private Key. Lot of students, what they are doing is they are trying to click on generate. Don't do this mistake, guys. I'm telling you again, I'll show you again how to generate it. Let me close this one. Open again Puttigen. Click on load. Select your PEM file. Click on open. Now click on OK. Click on save private key. Click on yes. Now save the name of your file, whatever the name you want to do. I'll just give the same name. Azure A4 key. And what is the extension of this file? PPK file. Done. And guys, if you see here, there's one more code called authorized code. This code is also very important. This code we are going to use in our upcoming session also when we want to create our users. For our virtual machines, whenever in our upcoming session, if you want to create users, that time this code is very important for us. So when we use this code, this we'll discuss later. Now, here I have generated PPK file. Now with the help of this PPK file, I can connect to that particular Linux machine. We have done this step. Now note down the public IP of our Linux machine. Here is it. After noting down public IP, what is the next thing I need to do? Open Putty, enter the public IP. Done. I've opened the Putty. Here I'm pasting my public IP in the host name. Here I've done it. Then attach PPK file with Putty. The PPK file, guys, which we have generated, we need to attach the PPK file with our Putty. So click on SSH. Here we have SSH. Click on authentication. And here we are getting a browse option. Here we need to select that PPK file. What is this PPK file? This PPK file is a password to connect to my Linux machine. So here is the PPK file which I'm selecting it. Click on open. Click on open. Click on accept. Now I need to enter a username. What is my username? I have given it. Now in this one, I have taken a default username which they are giving it Azure user. If you want to give guys any username, you can give it while creating your virtual machines. I'm giving it Azure user. Enter. It's taking some time to connect. Now if you see here, I am able to connect to my Linux machine with the help of SSH key. Any question anyone have, guys, regarding this? Please raise your hand. Or any doubt if anyone has. Yes, you can unmute.
Sorry, my question is,
your voice is getting echo. Please turn off your speaker. Yes, Chow, you can ask your question. Okay. Yeah, now it is clear.
Got it. Sorry about that. So I was trying to change my computer because I have kind of a technical issue. Since when I launched to create my virtual machine till now, it's still loading, and I had the same issue yesterday. What kind of error I might have possibly made? It's still loading. It says that creating a virtual machine for the past time that since when you started. So it's not creating the machine.
So what you can do is, while practicing it, if you have any doubt or if you face any problem, here is my email ID. You can note down and drop me an email to, because just asking with this, it is difficult to tell you why you are getting the RMC. So if I see the screenshot, whatever the error you are getting, and you can drop me an email to my email ID. Here is it. Just drop me an email. So I'll check a screenshot and reply you. So it will be easy for me to understand why you are getting that.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay, because just telling you guys, it is very difficult. It is difficult. So in that screenshot, while you get error message, I'll read that proper error message. So I'll give you the proper reason why it is giving you error. You are not able to create that machine.
All right, thank you so much.
So guys, when you do practice, if you have any question, just drop me an email. So while practicing, here is that my email address, ankitnarula1991@gmail.com. This is my personal one. Let me give you the official one also, which is from the training institute, which I got. This is my personal 1991@gmail. You can mail to this one, or you can mail to this one also. Anyone, don't do it on double. This anyone, whichever you feel comfortable. This is my personal email ID. This is the official email ID which I'm getting from Training Institute. Even you can drop my email to this also.
Okay, thank you so much. I will.
So while practicing, it will be easy for me to reply you.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Anyone have any question, guys? Please let me know. Okay. Now we have seen it. When I'm creating my machine, it is showing me 30 GB of size. We are getting it. So where we can see, here we have option of disk, and under disk, you guys can see here 30 GB we are able to see here. 30 GB of size which we are getting here. But there is one command also. With the help of this also we can see df-h. Then I'm able to see. This is the temporary storage which I'm getting it, and here is the one which I'm getting it, 30 GB, which I'm getting. This is 3.7 GB, 3.9 GB, which you are able to see. This is a temporary storage which Azure is providing us whenever we are creating our machine. We have created in yesterday's session Windows 1. That time also we are getting 4 GB extra, and in this one also we are. And it can be increased if you change your size of your virtual machine. Like we have select BS1. In BS1 they are giving 4 GB. But if you select any other type of one, you'll get more into that also. But this is temporary storage they are providing it. In real time, we are not going to store any data in this temporary storage. So whatever the data needs to be stored, it needs to store in this one, or it can be additional drives which you can add it in your virtual machines. You can store it into that. So how we need to add additional one, that we'll discuss in our upcoming sessions. So any question anyone have, guys, please let me know so I can continue with another thing. Yes, Muhammad, you can unmute.
Yeah, hi Ankit.
I
just wanted to know what is this? What is the purpose of this 4 GB that additional?
It actually it is help us to improve the performance of your machines. That is the main reason actually they are providing.
Like
in this one, we are not putting any
or something. Yeah. Or
yes, correct. You are correct. That is what they are doing it. We are not, just I told you, in these temporary storage, we are not putting any data, because this data, if it get lost, it is not possible to recover it. So that is why we are not using these spaces. This is just additional which they are providing to us.
Okay, so that means that is machine specific details. It's not for user use.
No, we are not. That's why I'm telling you, we are not going to use this space for our personal usage. You can want to put, we can add additional one. In that one, we can store it. How to add additional, we'll see later.
Okay.
And because even just adding it is not a complete one. Even after adding it, you need to mount your volumes. A lot of people have wrong information that if I just add it here, I can add it it will get attached. No, guys. You need to mount it after that, after attaching it. That is actually a very long process. We are going to learn it. That complete process. After attaching, how to mount, we'll see that. Even in Windows 1, even in Linux 1 also we'll see.
Okay, thank you, Ankit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Arya, okay, let me just a minute. Mohammed, do you have any question?
Thank you. No, I got.
After your question, please mute yourself again.
Okay.
Okay. Arya, you can unmute.
Hi, Ankit.
Arya, can you ask your question? What is your question?
Yeah, I want to know what the major difference between Azure and AWS cloud.
There is no difference. Those are clouds, and cloud is same. Terminologies are same for every cloud.
Because I heard in market currently saying that go for the Azure DevOps or AWS DevOps. Is there difference?
No, that is DevOps is different thing. DevOps is completely different. That is different thing. This training is all about Azure. DevOps is different thing. DevOps is you are going to install DevOps tool on those, but in our Azure platforms, or you are going to install it on AWS platform. That is Azure DevOps or AWS DevOps.
That means both are different.
Tools are same. Arya. Tools are same. If the same tools are going to install on Windows in Azure one and the same tools going to install on AWS, it can be possible. There is not difference about DevOps actually. The only thing is Azure structure is different, AWS little structure is different, because the creation of process which I'm showing you right now, it is for Azure, and the same thing you can get in AWS, their process will be different, but the terminologies are same for each and every cloud. Even I can take Google Cloud, even I can take Oracle Cloud, terminologies are same. The little process is as per every client, every platform, they have their own design. Like you are using Telegram. What is you are using Telegram? Telegram is you sending SMS. What the same thing is done by the WhatsApp also? Okay, Arya.
Yes.
WhatsApp, what you're doing, WhatsApp with WhatsApp also you're sending messages, with Telegram also you're sending message. Both are doing the same thing. So both are chatting applications, but their look and feel is different. Their platform is different. The same Azure and cloud is also. Little bit functions are a little bit different. That is what we have. But the basic is same. They are applications are used for sending SMS to your friends or your colleagues. Okay.
Yeah, thank
Anything else? Okay, Rahul commented, it is possible to log in the next VM without keys. Yes, Rahul, it is possible, that which I'm going to do. But if you have generated a key, guys, for that particular machine, it is not possible to connect with any other way. So for that time, when you're creating a machine, you need to decide, you need to go for SSH option or you need to go for password option. SSH is always recommended option because it is more secure way. So client want always a more secure option. So SSH is always recommended. Even in real time, we are always go for the SSH. But if you want to go for password option, you can go. The next step which I'm going to show you guys, how we can generate our Linux machine with password option. So now I want to show you how we can delete this machine also. How we can delete? Click on overview. Here we have a delete option. I can do it from here or go to virtual machine. Select your machine. Here also I'm getting delete. Type as yes. Click on delete. Now it will take some time. Now if you see here, my putty get disconnected because I have deleted my machine. So it takes some time, and after that we'll get a notification that our machine has been deleted. Now, coming to the next option. How we can generate our Linux machine with the help of password option. Santosh, there are a lot of tools in market. Even you can connect with Git Bash also. There is a tool called Git Bash, but there are two tools which are very common, which are always recommended by your even clients are using it. One is Putty, other one is Git Bash. For practice purpose, use these one also, because most of in real time, your client will use these tools. So don't use any other one, because might be if you use other one, in real time, it will be a little difficult for you to habitual with that particular environment. So always use those tools which are common in market. I'm just talking only these two. There are hundreds of tools are there in market. Now, so I'm going to show you how we can create our Linux machine with the password option. So go to virtual machine. And if you see here, my previous machine has been deleted. Now, what is the next step I need to do, guys? I need to click on create, click on Azure virtual machine. I need to do it. Guys, just 1 minute. I'm getting one call. Just 1 minute, guys. Yes, guys. So here I want to create my machine. So what I need to do is I need to first select my resource group, and I'm selecting the same resource group which I have used for my previous example. Enter the name. This is the name I'm entering it. East US region, Ubuntu 1 I'm using it. BS1 I'm using. Now here I'm going to use password option. Enter your username. Let me enter Ankit user. This is the username which I have given. Even if you want to give your user, you can give it, or any username you want to give, you can give it, but you can't give admin user. See here, it is not possible, because I've already told you there are some username which is restricted by Azure. You can't use those one. Done. Now password which I want to give, I'll just give training 1 2 3. Training at that 1 2 3. Done. And SSH port needs to be enabled. Other than that, disk leaving 30 GB, I'm leaving as it is. Networking, I'm leaving as it is. Here we are getting virtual network, subnets, public IP, NIC. These things we'll discuss later when we are coming to these topics. Management, network advanced, tax, review, and create. So here whatever we have selected the option, we can just review our options, and then here we are getting option to click on. Now it is taking some time to get created. Anyone have any question? You guys, you can ask your question, because it takes some time to get created. Any question, guys? Anyone have? Yes, you can unmute.
Good evening, Ankit.
Hi, good evening.
Yeah, so Ankit, like in real time, when we are working on a project, so we'll be having like thousands of servers, right? Maybe 1500 to 2500 Linux servers. So in that case, like how are we going to manage this .pem files? Because there will be multiple administrators working in that account, right, in the project. So how are
that
other
what you
people
in
going
this
to
one, what we are doing, we are everyone is not going to work on every machine. In this, we have an option of Azure Active Directory. So particular resource we can assign to any of the users. This is what we can do it in real time. We can assign that particular even resource to particular user with the help of access control. Like I have this machine that is can be accessed by the Ankit, or this can be accessed by other person. Like we are assigning it. And now coming to another question is how we can manage it we are giving these keys at multiple places we are storing it. So it will be, and for each and every machine, we are creating a single key. Okay. And even if it's get or might be we lost it, it is possible to recover that also. It is possible. Or we are in real time, we are putting these keys at multiple places. So even if it's lost from one place, we can recover it, because if you see it, let me open the key. Here is my key, PEM file, let's say PEM file. I can put this code anywhere. See here, this is actually code. This is my password. So we can store this password anywhere.
Anywhere means like you mean
In
it is
your
a text
emails,
file
in your
of
Google Drive, in your email, in your Google Drive, wherever you want to go. You can put this code anywhere.
okay,
Okay.
but if somebody wants to use it, this .fem file, like out of
He
10
needs to
member
have
team.
that. He needs to have that key. Without this key, you are not able to connect.
Okay, but in real time, we cannot store this kind of things in email.
No, you
right?
can store it anywhere, whichever you want to. You can store it anywhere. Even it is stored in your Azure account also, but might be if you get deleted from there, it can be, you can store anywhere. Here we have key wallet. Here you can store it if you want to. There's an option in this one, we have it. We can store here also, or you can store it anywhere, wherever you want to do. At multiple places we can do, so it will be, there is no chance of losing these keys, because without these keys, very difficult to connect. Because otherwise you need to recover, and recovery is not an easy task. You need to create an images. With the help of this images, you can recover. Okay.
Okay, Ankit.
Okay. Now I'm going to show you guys how we can connect to this machine, the password option, which I have it, how we can do that. So here we have a public IP, copying the public IP. I'm going to open a putty. Here is putty. Now in this one, I'm not using SSH option, that key file, I'm not using it. So we don't need to attach, and just put a public IP here, the web which you are getting it. Click on open, click on accept. Now enter your username. What is our username? Ankit user. Done. This is my password, which I'm getting it. Training@12. Done. Now if you see here, I am able to connect. So here I'm able to connect to my machine. Here guys, any question anyone have, please let me know. Yes, Lamy, you can unmute.
What is the best practice? I know that you showed us two ways we can.
Best practice, I have told you PEM file. In real time, we'll go for PEM file because this is more secure way.
Okay, thank you.
Clear? Any question, Lamy? Okay, yes, Mohammed, you can unmute.
Yeah.
Mohammed, you can unmute. Mohammed, are you able to hear me? I have given you, now you can unmute. Now, okay, done. Yes, Mohammed.
Yeah, hi. Just wanted to check, in Linux, do you have only command line, no GUI based?
No, it is command line. It's
all command line.
Yes, it is all command line.
All controls, you need to know all the controls of the command line and all.
Yeah, the Linux commands, you need to use it.
So with the material we are getting, will we get all these details?
We are not using right now. We are not using any in this till now. We didn't use any Linux command. Yes, in our upcoming session, if I'm using any Linux command, you will get it. In the PPT, it is already there. Whatever the Linux commands I'm going to use, because right now, if you see, I didn't use any Linux command till now. Because right now I'm just going to show you how we are creating and how we are connecting. But yes, in our upcoming session, Whenever I'm going to use Linux command, it will be there. Like this example, I'll take it. See, I want to use some Linux command here for my web server. It is there in VB.
Okay.
Okay, so whatever is you going to use, it will be there in VB. For practice purpose, there will be no problem for you.
All right. All right. At the same time, I did not receive the PPT from last couple of classes.
PPTs are only shared with recordings are uploaded in YouTube by my team, but PPTs are only shared with paid candidates. So if anyone, my team has already shared the payment details in the WhatsApp group, so you can complete the payment formalities, you will get it. Or if anyone is not in the WhatsApp group, guys, okay, I'm going to share a chat in the chat box. I'll share the WhatsApp group link with you guys. If anyone not in the Azure WhatsApp group of Logical Apps Technology, add it. You can click on the link and add. If anyone is there, don't join the multiple group, guys. So I have shared in the chat box. You guys can connect, or if you want to talk regarding with my team, you can even call to this number, or you can connect through WhatsApp also to these numbers. The 4 numbers which I provide you. And for your practice purpose, I have told you if any question while practicing, if you have, you can drop me an email to my personal one or official one. Anyone, choose any one email. Don't use both the emails that we are putting it. Just use any one email and send me an email. So whenever I'll get a time, I'll reply you for details.
All right.
But yes, while practicing it, send me with the help of screenshot, guys. With screenshot, because with screenshot, it will be easy for me to check the error message or properties, so I can check easily with that one. Okay. Andrew, you can connect with my team. They will provide you the details. They will provide you whatever the details you require. Connect any one of them, they will provide you. Ganesh, coming to your question, no, we don't have any session on Saturday and Sunday. The session is only on Monday to Friday. Even we have discussed it in the demo session also. I'm telling you guys again, no session on Saturday and Sunday. It is mentioned here. Only Monday to Friday. Saturday, Sunday, I need to spend some time with my family also. You guys also needs to practice also. You need some time to practice because everyone is not free. Some people needs to do job or some their work they need to do. So Saturday, Sunday, the time where you guys can practice this. That is why it is good time for everyone to practice on Saturday and Sunday. Here, guys, any question anyone have, please let me know. So with this, in today's session, what we have learned. Yes, Siva, you can unmute.
Hello, sir. Good evening.
Hi, good evening, Siva.
After make the payment, your team will give the access of PPK file.
Not PPK file. PPK files you need to generate PPTs.
Sorry, sir. PPT.
PPTs, yes. PPTs and the recording, whichever is there, because till today we are providing the recording. From tomorrow, no recording will be provided with the students. Only those are the paid students, they will get the recordings from tomorrow. And after tomorrow's session, new meeting link will be from Monday. You will get the new meeting link also. Today, tomorrow you can join with the same meeting link, but from Monday you guys will get a new meeting.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Once we'll make the payment, we'll get the access. That too.
All the thing whichever is, yes, all the PPTs whichever we have used till now, you will get it.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yes, Mohammed, you can unmute.
Yeah, Ankit just wanted to know, I mean, the payment method given here, the PayPal, I don't have the account there. So
are you from India or from which country?
I'm in Dubai.
Are you from India or you are from any other country?
Oh, I'm from India. I'm from India, Hyderabad.
Do you have any Indian account, bank account?
But that's they have changed something, they ask for OTPs on phone number.
Mobile phone, yes.
Phone. Yeah, but I forgot the phone number because
so
that got switched off.
So what you can do is you can drop me an email to this email ID and ask the bank account details. So they will provide you the bank details. So directly from the bank to bank, you can pay. That is what we can do. Okay, just drop me an email that for A4 Azure batch, please send me the bank account details. So they will provide.
That's helpful.
Okay, just drop an email to this email ID.
Sure.
Okay. Anyone have any question, guys, regarding the training or whatever you want to ask, please let me know. Anyone is not in the WhatsApp group, guys, I share the link in the chat box. I'm sending you again. Just join the WhatsApp group with this link. If anyone already there in the WhatsApp group, don't join the multiple group, guys. And my team has already shared the payment details in that group, and I'll inform them, they'll share again in the payment details. So you guys can complete the payment formality. So you'll get the access of whichever we are going to do in the training. So with this, what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to end the session today, or anyone has any question, you can ask me. Okay. So what we have done in the today's session, we have learned about how we can create our Linux machine with the help of SSH or with password option. In tomorrow's session, we are going to learn about first how we can transfer our local files to our machines, even to Windows, even to Linux one. And then we'll learn about web servers. We have a Linux web server and even Windows web server also we are going to learn it. Anyone have any question, guys? Please raise your hand. Okay. Look like no one has any questions. So with this, I'm ending the session today. In tomorrow's session, we are going to learn about the topic which I have told you. These topics will continue in our tomorrow's session. Thank you, guys. Have a nice day.